Hey everybody.
Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Hey everybody. It's Mr. Wheeler here, and it is finally time for us to reveal the Show Season 3. So let's get right to it. And our first video is a student interview. Let's take a look. All right, so I have my recording situation set up. I'm recording my screen using WeVideo. So there's nothing to do here. But I have split my screen in half. So on one tab, I have me speaking. So I'm going to try to keep my eye on my lips and the script at the same time and try to get this ADR correct. You're not going to get this the first time, but it just takes some practice. You need to get the rhythm right. It's much easier to do it with yourself because you know your own voice cadence. So it's going to be a little bit tricky trying to get my voice cadence, but that's okay. We have practice, we have time, we can make this happen. So all you do, you have the video open over here so you can watch it using headphones. So this audio doesn't interfere with your audio. You have your script up and running. So let's give this a try. Hey everybody, it's Mr. Wheeler here, and it is finally time for us to reveal the Show Season 3. So let's get right to it, and our first video is a shoot video. Let's take a look. Okay, it's kind of tricky for me because I'm trying to ADR myself using a different voice so you can see that I'm actually ADRing it. Anyway, so I've recorded my attempt. I recommend that you try this a couple of times. You've only seen me do this one time, but I assure you, before I started recording, I definitely did this like 5 or 6 times before I could get that cadence right. So now you're recording, and let me full screen this. So you're recording your voice, and you click on finish, and it says nothing. You can't do that. So then you might be confused as to where to go to stop your recording. It says at the bottom of your screen. There's nothing at the bottom of your screen except for if you go all the way in the corner to this notification. This is how you start recording. So let's take a look at how to get this project set up correctly. Now you have your video of me introducing the show, and then you've recorded your ADR, and now you need to somehow sync these together. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to get those set up correctly. The first thing you should do is click on this little down arrow over here and expand your window. And when you expand your window, you're going to reveal the waveform for the video as well. And that is the key element of doing ADR using WeVideo, because we need to line up your voice audio with my video. Now, of course, if you just put these two files together, you're going to run into a problem of hearing both of the audios, and that doesn't sound right. So what you can do is you can click on Show Levels, and on the blue line over here, we're just going to kill this volume completely. I don't need this volume. I need this volume. And this is where it gets hard. So you need to, first of all, line up your voice audio with the voice that you are seeing from me. And then you can press M on your keyboard. And by pressing M, you will get this little marker. And I was using these markers to try to get my audio lined up exactly. Because you see over here, when you scroll down on the page, the marker stays in the same place. You can get a good visual on if your waveform is lining up properly. And then once you've done that, you just have to test it. And you can sit and press play and watch it to see if it works. And of course, you'll see it freezes and stutters sometimes, so you'll have to just be patient and go slowly. It seems like it can go for a couple of seconds before it loses track, but that's okay, because you can simply publish this clip and look at it and see if it works. And in fact, I highly recommend that you do that, because you're just not going to get the exact lineup that you need. If you're just a little bit off, it's not gonna work. Your lips really have to match my lips. I guess we're not going to see your lips, but you know, when we're hearing your lips, it needs to match what we're seeing with my lips. What you need to do is publish your video, and then you can go to your drive and watch the video, and then that is where you're really going to get a good look at whether or not it turned out. So don't go into the media player over here. Don't watch it in the browser over here. You really need to finish your project and let it go into Google Drive and export it, and then watch that video. And then if your voice lines up, awesome. If it doesn't, then go back, just move it a little bit, try again. If it doesn't work, now that we got this part set up, let's move along. Now that I've watched my exported videos a couple of times and made the adjustments, I'm pretty confident that I have now lined up my voice to my face, I suppose. But now we need to get the background in. So I told you to leave video track 1 open, and now we need to fill it. So I put some I put a background in here, and you can get these backgrounds from the stock footage folder in our shared folder. You can download your own backgrounds. You can create your own backgrounds. This is really up to you. You need to put a background behind me. I'm using a green screen. You got to put a background in there. Let's not get crazy and not use a background when we should be. So let's then see how we can make this work. In the script, you'll see after I finish speaking, let's take a look, fade to video project 15. So what we are going to do then is we need to find a good stopping point. Actually, I can make this smaller because I don't need the waveform anymore, because remember, I did move the levels and I'm still have the green screen behind me, and I put my background in. So let's go ahead and key this background. And we know how to do this already. Oh no, what do you see now? You see my ADR video in the background. So what I do is I just go, this is not a big problem. Let's calm down. We go to these little dots over here, and I'm going to show my levels again, except this time, instead of using the blue line, I'm going to use the green line. It's kind of tricky to get a hold of it. Here we go. So you see opacity, 0 opacity, which means it is completely transparent. So now, boop, look at that. Haha, I have my background. So I just made my middle video invisible. I made the background of my third video invisible, thus creating the background visible in my video. But I need to fade to something. So if we look at my audio here, it looks like I stopped speaking around here. So I'm going to take a stop. I'm going to stop it right there while I'm still smiling. And I'm going to pull it back to about here. And then I'll match this one up with that as well. And I'll match this one up as well. And now I just bring down my video project 15 video. So I'm just going to go to my transitions, and I'm going to do a crossfade. Drop that in there. And now I have made the introduction part of this video. So I think that's really the most difficult things to do, and I've covered them all. So I am really looking forward to seeing the final product of your videos.